Do Milan. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Vamp Purpose gonna give me Dumela, but you lovers can call me Dumi. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I am super excited because today we are talking all things about how to start your own online business. I decided to put a poll up on Instagram and you guys responded, and I realized this is content people want to see, and I'm really happy that we are on the same plate. For those of you who don't know, I have my own cosmetics line, Vamp Me Cosmetics, and I sell lashes and brushes, and I'm introducing 2 new products. And because you guys are watching this video, you guys get to know what I'm introducing. I'm introducing a new eyeshadow palette, and I'm introducing a body glow spray which I call my Golden Hour Sparkle, and the palette is going to be called the Golden Hour palette. So guys, this video is going to be divided into 2. Okay, part 1 is where I give my personal account of how I started my business. So it's kind of like a step-by-step how to start your business, and that's basically how I started my business. So you can take that advice and use these steps to start your own online business. And part 2 is questions that come from you guys from Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram handle, and you will also get to ask your own questions, or you are more than welcome to leave your questions in the comment section, and I'll probably do a part 2 if you guys receive this video well. If you skip to this part of the video, you will see the Q&As. If you want to know the step-by-step on how to start your business, this is the first part that you need to watch. Okay guys, so first things first, all right? When you start a business, you need to come up with a business idea. How do you come up with a business idea? You have to solve a problem. How did I do it? So when lockdown was announced early mid-March in 2020, I was at a point where my business was doing well. I was getting so many graduation bookings, and I was so excited, and all of a sudden lockdown, graduations are cancelled. Now I have to do refunds. Everybody's asking for their money back. I was stressed out. What did it mean? Does my business choke? Do I stop my business? What's gonna happen to me? Like, is it over for my business? I realized that no, I'm identifying a problem here, that my business is only one-sided. It only survives off my service provision, of me physically being there, and I needed to create an extension of my business that will serve my audience or my customers without necessarily having me physically there. So Vamp Me Cosmetics was born. So how to identify a business problem or a business, how to start a business is identify a problem, come up with a solution, and that solution most likely can have profit, can be profit worthy and can gain you profits. So listen to conversations of people attentively, listen to what people are complaining about very often, and think to yourself, can I provide a service or a product that can solve these solutions, that can come across as a solution and solve the problems these people are complaining about? If so, you're good to go. There is your business idea. Then secondly, after that, you want to come up with the name of your business. Come up with the name of your business, something catchy, something memorable, something that will immediately make somebody think, oh, I know what that brand is all about. Personally, for me, because I have already started the momentum of building my own personal brand, I thought to myself, because this business is an extension of my makeup services, I am going to attach that brand to the cosmetics line, and that's how I called it Vamp Me Cosmetics. Okay, because already people are familiar with the Vamped brand. On my Facebook, I'm Vamp Me Dumi. On my Instagram, I'm Vamp Me Dumi. On YouTube, I'm Vamped for Purpose. People are familiar with that. I attached it with my brand, and it made sense for me to give the name of my cosmetics line Vamp Me Cosmetics. Thirdly, you want to register your business. Registering your business is so important because it has such a major impact on so many other steps that follow, like starting your social media accounts, registering your business account, a bit like bank account, so many other steps. Website are involved, like the documents, your business registration are involved there. So you need to register your business. Again, it really helps you with trademarking, because what happens is, let's say you don't register your business, you start your business, you are flourishing, you buy your product, you brand them, you do everything, you social media, yonkinto, and when you are selling and you are making money, all of a sudden somebody comes up and says, excuse me, that's my name, Vamp Me Cosmetics is my name. You're in trouble. You are in trouble, because that person can sue you for their trademark. So you want to be careful about that. And it is beneficial because in the long run, you can qualify for business loans, you can qualify for grants from the government, because you are a registered entity. Okay. So after registering my business, I went to the bank and I opened a business account. Opening a business account is very important, because you want a distinction between your personal account and your business account. You want things to be distinct, right? This is a mistake that I personally did, guys. So what I did is, I didn't necessarily open a business account, but I thought that I could just create a pocket within my current account where money that comes from the business can be transferred into that pocket. Biggest mistake of my life. I learned from that, and I quickly switched to a business account when I realized that whole switching causes some confusion in your books, and it doesn't make sense really. So it's very important to open your business account. All right, open your business account. Okay, now that you have done all the nitty-gritties, you have your business idea, you have opened your business account, you have registered your business and all of that. Now you want to look for the product or start development phase, pre-production phase of your services or your product provision or whatever. Pre-production phase is where you look for manufacturers and vendors, or this is where you start developing your content for, if you're a service provider, for instance, maybe you are you offer like coaching or whatever, online coaching. This is the time where you develop content around that, right? So during this phase, I looked for vendors or manufacturers who produced makeup products. The fact that we don't have these people who are readily available in South Africa really is a disadvantage to us, because we pay such heavy shipping costs to get products from like China or wherever you are shipping your product from. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. But yeah, you look for a manufacturer. I looked for my own manufacturers, and I did a lot of research on these people. You need to do that, because you don't want to give out chunk loads of money to people that of course would be fraudulent and won't bring your products to you. So you must do your research when it comes to that. Then the next thing is you look for packaging. So once you've gotten your products and whatever, now you kind of have an idea of the size of your products and everything, you look for packaging, appropriate packaging. Packaging is so important, especially for small businesses, guys. I cannot stress this, because if your packaging is pretty enough, it gives people that feeling of wanting to post your products online, which also increases your reach, and we want to be seen by as many people as possible, especially as small businesses. So make sure that your packaging is on point, it's beautiful. Obviously, it's gonna depend on whether you're a luxury brand or you are an affordable products brand. It's totally up to you. You're going to have to get product packaging that matches your brand identity. So then number 7, I think, is you set up your website. Setting up your website is so, I cannot stress it. Like, setting up a website already sets you apart from your competitors, because it makes you look professional. It also becomes a home for your products. Like, this is where you house all your products, where people can go and navigate their way through and see what this product's about, what the thinking behind this brand is about. They can learn more about your brand through your website. So it's very important to set up your website. I used Shopify, and I got a very close friend of mine who got a friend of his to set up the website for me. So I didn't pay anything. I was very fortunate. All I pay for is I pay 500 Rand every month, 560 Rand to Shopify every month, in order for them to maintain and service my website on a regular. So that's what I pay. That way I will not have issues with my website of it crashing and all those funny things, because Shopify takes care of my website. Then the next thing you do is create your social media pages. Creating your social media pages, always make sure that there's parity across the board. Like the name, how it's written should be the same across all social media pages. Your brand, the look and feel, obviously by this time you know what your brand is about, what you're doing. It needs to be the same. You can't have this one with a different color palette to the other one and things are just all over the place. Like people should be able to scroll past and see like your brand and know immediately, who would say, oh, this is Vammy Cosmetics. No matter whether they're on Twitter or they're on Facebook or they're on Instagram, it doesn't matter where they are. It must be easy for people to quickly identify your brand. Tell people about your business. You know this idea, people thinking they can rock up, Kibo Beyonce, they can just rock up on you and be like, hey, I have a business, buy now. Hi bo CC, you never told us about your business. We don't know what you're about. You just rocked up. You never like created hype or anticipation or drew us into believing into this brand. So you want to make sure you create hype for your business. I had a whole month of marketing that I dedicated to that. So you need to give it its own period of hype. Don't just bombard and just drop products on people. Give it time for people to grow into loving your brand before you just throw it on them, because chances are they won't receive it so well if you just throw it on them. Do you know what I mean? During the time where you're creating hype, you need to collect emails. You need to create an email list. How you do this is get the person who's developing your website or you, whoever, to, even though people can't necessarily access your website, they should access the front page where they can register their emails on your website, so you can collect those emails and create an email list. Guys, email list is so important. I cannot stress it more than enough. Like an email list will save you. If one day we wake up and Facebook and Instagram and everything has been banned, what are you going to do? Thanks. So you would have an email list that you can continue to service your customers that you've collected their emails. Do you understand? You don't want a situation where you can't service customers because you've lost them all because some app was cancelled. And we know how many times apps get cancelled. Remember what almost happened to TikTok? You don't want that problem. And then officially launch your business, and make sure you launch it on the date you said you're going to launch it. It's very important. The last thing you want to do is you're launching on this date and then you cancel your launch and say tomorrow. Trust me, people might not even pay attention because it will seem like something is dodgy. Like, be sure about your launch date and make sure you launch your business on the date that you've told people that you're going to launch your business. It's very important for credibility and for people to trust you, and it also just keeps them there. Those are the steps that I personally followed. Now I'm going to move on into the Q&A section of this video. Okay guys, so now we have come to the second part of this video, and this is your Q&As. So I'm just gonna go onto Instagram right now and just get to your questions. All right, so guys, yes, these are your questions. Section 2, disadvantages and advantages of starting an online business. Disadvantage number 1, it takes away from that one-on-one interaction between customer and service provider or product seller or whatever the case might be, because you as the person who's selling a product or providing a service don't have that unique opportunity of convincing your potential customer or client that they need the service or product that you are selling. The advantage, however, is that people can buy products from you from the comfort of their homes, from just going onto your website, buying, and the product is delivered to their home. So it's that simple. However, the disadvantage now to that is that a lot of people are now scared of scammers and fraudsters online who are claiming to sell a certain product, and when it arrives, like especially clothes, you buy a product, this clothing item, and when it arrives, it's this tiny gaga poppy shirt, or like it's ugly, the material is bad, or whatever the case might be. So with online business, the people are literally just reliant on the product description and the image of the product to buy, whereas if they walk into a shop, there's more to that. They get to touch it, feel it, and make a conscious decision of their purchase. So yeah, those are things that you can consider. Oh, another thing is it creates the advantage of online business is it gives you an opportunity to have a long-lasting relationship with your customers, because you can create your email list, and that way you can constantly keep checking on your clients, telling them about new products, and potentially have them purchase again from your store. Whereas if it's a walk-in store, the person can come and never come back again. How did you create your website? I was fortunate enough to get a friend of mine to create my Shopify website. I registered on Shopify. This friend of mine did the web design for me, designed everything for me. The beauty about Shopify is an e-commerce solution website platform that allows online businesses to be able to sell products online easily. It gives you various payment options. You're able to add products, remove products as you wish, add discount codes. There's so many tools integrated into this website that you can use, and they offer you packages. So I pay a package on a monthly basis of 560 Rand, about $35, where they service my website, ensure that it's working fully, and I never have to worry about it crashing or anything, which is amazing. So how do you market yourself online? Using paid promotions is the primary marketing tool that online businesses use. Beyond marketing yourself through that, there's so many other ways, like influencer marketing, like using all these other tools on the social media platforms, like your account, of course, your reels, your TikTok videos, your IG lives, your stories, and all of that. There's so many other ways of marketing, but I feel like paid promotions really just breaks that wall, the fourth wall, to allow you immediately target the audience that you intend to target. When it comes to defining your audience, it's very important, guys, to define your audience properly. You don't want to choose automatic, because automatic is you are giving the platform the allowance to just randomly decide who your product will attract, and your product could most likely land on timelines of people who have no interest with what you're selling. So you want to create your own focused groups for your product. So that's our primary way of promotion. However, I also just always talk about my brand on my own personal account. Word of mouth is very important as well. I create posts online, like I post as frequent as possible about the brand on the brand's page. So you want to always be there in people's faces, remind people of your brand as often as possible, so they never forget about it. How do you handle criticism, especially when people don't have faith in your idea? So how I handle criticism is, if it's not constructive criticism, I'm not going to take it. I'm not even going to, budge. If it is constructive criticism, if it is appropriately brought forward, I'm going to consider it. I'm going to take it into consideration. I'm going to make the necessary changes. Fortunately, I haven't really received criticism. I'm not afraid of criticism. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, hallelujah. I mean, people leave you or whatever, and people will talk behind your back, and it doesn't really matter. You know your why. You know why you're starting your business. You know why you're doing what you're doing. So you focus on your why, and that's all that matters. How do you choose ambassadors or influencers to promote your products? I want to create a separate video on this, because this thing is actually something very, very important that I think a lot of small businesses need to really be careful about, because I've learned a lot. I've made mistakes with this, but one thing I can say is, it's not about the numbers, guys. It's not about how many numbers this person has. Just because somebody has 20,000 people doesn't mean you must throw all your products to this person with the hopes that this person will promote your brand. It's about the person, firstly, really believing in your brand. Secondly, it's about the engagement on this person's page, that it's authentic, it's real people, it's people who really engage, like talk and thoroughly engage with this person's content. And doesn't matter about the numbers, it's about the engagement. And let me just keep it there. That's how you will choose your influencers and your ambassadors. How do I price my services or product? It's completely dependent on so many things, guys. So when it comes to costing of your prices, your services, or your products, you need a lot of advice from people who are informed about your industry, or you need to do a lot of research. But it always is dependent on your manufacturing cost price, delivery cost price, and the demand of your product. Those are the 3 points I think everyone needs to consider when pricing their services or product. How to best put your business out there when you don't have a large following? So starting a business, you do not need to have a large following, to be quite honest. You can start your business being like a nobody. Literally, you can start your business. I don't have a large following. I literally have like 4.6 people following me on Instagram. I'm not followed by a million people, but my business is able to stand. You can get distributors, small businesses. This thing worked for me, guys. Getting distributors in different regions or countries can really help with the reach of your business and putting it out there. So with me, I have 2 distributors: my mom, who's my Mafeking, my Northwest distributor, and my cousin in Botswana, who is my Botswana distributor. That has helped me so much with reach and reaching my profit goals and being able to sell all my products, because I'm not the sole person who's responsible to selling these products. I have divided the load, and it has really helped with the momentum of my business and also putting my business out there, because it's not limited to my little audience, but I have other people who are marketing this business, who are attracting people to this website from different areas. Do you understand? So that's another way to consider. Which courier company would you recommend? How do you create your website? I've already mentioned how to create your website, but the courier company that I would personally recommend is Fastway Couriers. Why? Because I feel like Fastway Couriers is fast. It lives up to its name completely. Personally, I use it, guys. It's affordable. The last thing you want is for your delivery expenses to be very high. That repels people. You want to create a situation where people get to your checkout point and they are happy to check out because the delivery is reasonable. So Fastway, literally the delivery is very cheap. My delivery is 60 Rand. I make no profit from delivery. I literally just pay Fastway their 60 Rand and that's it. Hey, can you please talk about the registering the company, if you did, and who created your website? I did mention about my website already. I will list the person's details below in my description box who created my website, in case you guys are interested in using his services. And then when it comes to registering your company, register your company with CPEC, and I call it CPEC, guys. Yeah, it's very important to register. It's so easy. It doesn't take so much of your time. Literally, you just go, you register your account on the CPEC website, and then it will ask for some of your information. You fill in those information, you submit whatever documents they want. You pay about 120 Rand or 30 Rand, and then, guys, they will send you all your documentation. Before you know it, in a few days from there, you have a registered company. So it's how to get good suppliers. Investigate and research. When it comes to good suppliers, you have to research. You do not want fly-by-nights. You must look at their reviews. A great place to get supplies is Alibaba. Look at Alibaba because it's a platform where it's housing a lot of vendors and vendors and manufacturers, and there's policies under Alibaba that protects both the seller and the customer. So going on platforms like that will really help you a lot. How much capital? So when it comes to capital, it always depends on you and what product you're trying to sell or service you're trying to sell. I cannot tell you need 10,000 or 20,000 or 30,000 or 40,000 to start your business. You know what you're selling, but don't wait for yourself to have the big amounts of money before you start your business, because you will never start. You will never. Start small. If it means your inventory needs to be very small, you'll buy a little bit of product so that you can just push it. Rather, rather do that. Don't rush to buy a lot of things and then you want to put yourself in situations where you're borrowing money from people or whatever. With capital, it also depends on your risk. You can take a loan from the bank, you can take from your savings, you can you can get investors into your business, but whatever it takes, it depends on your risks, it depends risk capacity. It also depends on what service or product you are trying to sell, to be able to know what you need. But trust me, starting small will help you. What type of marketing goes into doing business online? It takes a 360 marketing degree strategy. You need to use it all. You need to use paid promotions, you need to use lives, you need to use your page, you need to use IGTV, you need to use Reels, you need to use TikTok, Facebook, whatever. It doesn't matter what, but it takes a 360 marketing degree strategy to be able to fully exhaust all the tools that are provided on you on all these social media platforms to reach your targeted audience. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so glad I was able to do this. If this is content that you would like to see from me often, then you know what to do. Comment down below, tell me what you thought of this video. I know it was a very long video, but it had to be. I had to give as much information as possible. Please share this video to as many people as possible because it could help your friend who's trying to start an online business. And yeah, let's be great together. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Love ya.